partners in this are organizations, we like to call it a chain of innovation. And so we have on the earlier side groups, so LifeArc is a nonprofit, and part of what they fund is very early innovation in this space, and so they have joined us. The Beam Alliance, which is the group that represents European biotechs in this space, have joined us. Carbex, of course, which, we're this translational piece. To the downside of us, an organization called GARD-P, who does more development and market approval activities, and then, of course, ESCMID and AMR Solutions. So it's a group that's come together, and the reason we've done this is that we all support these people doing this work, again, from academia through to these global developers. And the thing about them is most of the organizations we support are maybe 5 to 10 people. They're not your big companies, okay? And so having a place where they can come talk about their innovations, but learn from others how to take that forward and closer to patients is really important. And having that global lens. So, one of the neat things about this meeting, I think the program's it's terrific. Okay, we're not quite finished, with putting it together. But the last day of the meeting is going to be a focus of individual sessions on what happens a day in the life of a low-income country hospital, of a middle-income country hospital, and of a high-income country hospital. And what are the tensions in each, and what's the patient journey and the product journey? And putting that all together and having the innovators see what it's going to take to bring a product and have it be useful globally, I think that's what we come out on October 4th with.
I would add is it's the having spent time with those people.
Yeah.
The connections that go on around this meeting are very powerful. You talk to folks and you walk away with a plan of interaction over the next year that, very few places you can get that concentration of people who might be somebody you need to be working with, even though you didn't know that 2 days ago. So that's the power of a meeting like this that has actually has a single track design. So, ESCMID, big meeting, lots of parallel sessions. You can't possibly be everywhere. This meeting, you're going to be there, and there are coffee breaks where we're going to talk a lot about what we just talked about.
Yeah. And just to pick up, I think the networking thing here, and as you were saying, many of these companies, and also for the scientific groups, they're very small. So really to group them together and have this single track, single coffee break things where you really are meeting and you breaking down the distance from the very senior to the very junior in such a setting here. So I think this networking thing here is one of the most important thing here, and also to facilitate this mixture and transitions from industry to academia and back to academia again, so people don't feel locked into these things here. Because as I said a bit earlier, we have lost a lot of people working in this space here the last couple of years.